Butterfingers. And yes, this may look backwards to you, but does that really matter when it tastes so good? Hi everybody, it's Elisa with Momtastic Life and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Bake With Me video. Or actually today it's a No Bake With Me video. Anyway, if you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. So today's recipe, okay, I've decided that because it has been so dang hot, it's been well over 100 degrees out here, most days are pretty close, I thought, let's do something we don't have to use the oven for. So I went with the no-bake recipe, and of course it is a lot cooler today. It's in the 80s, the oven would be fine, but that's okay. So today we are making a no-bake Butterfinger pie. Yeah, you heard that. No-bake Butterfinger pie. So it's basically a big candy pie. And it looks pretty good, so we'll see. I don't know that I've ever made a no-bake pie before. I don't think so. So it'll be new for me. It might be new for you, and hopefully it's delicious for everybody. So let's turn around, take a look at our very short ingredient list, and let's get baking. All right, guys, here you have it. Here are our ingredients for the pie. Yep, did you count that? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's everything. So we have a graham cracker crust, which we bought from the store because that's what the directions said to do. And I mean, really, these things are delicious. So no complaints. A block of cream cheese, some Cool Whip, and we won't be using all of this, but we will be using a good amount, and a bunch of Butterfingers. So I don't know about you guys, I love Butterfingers, so that's why this pie looks so good to me. If you don't like Butterfingers, this may not be your thing, but I'm sure we could substitute other candies in there, like Reese's or something. That would probably be good also. But today we are all about Butterfingers. Woohoo! Anyway, that's it. So let's get started and make our pie. All right, so here we go. We are gonna start off with our cream cheese. And the directions say to combine the cream cheese, and I can't even see the freaking cream cheese without the glasses. Sorry for that interlude. In case you were wondering just exactly how bad my vision is. So we are supposed to combine the cream cheese with the Cool Whip, but I think I'm going to blend up the cream cheese first with my electric mixer just to get it not in block form anymore. Oh my God, this is a fail. All right, so here we go. We're supposed to start by blending our cream cheese and our Cool Whip together, but I've grabbed my electric mixer and I'm just gonna mix up the cream cheese first to make sure it's soft enough and pliable enough. It is at room temperature. I haven't been doing anything. I took this out a couple of hours ago and set it on my counter so that it would not be cold. So I'm just going to dump this into the bowl. Okay, I think I'm dumping this into the bowl. It will not release from the paper. Come on. Aha! It worked. All right, and then we're going to throw this out. And I'm just going to blend this up really quick, and then I'll add the Cool Whip so that we can get it fully incorporated. All right, that was really quick. And now the cream cheese is stuck into my mixer dealies, but that's okay. I'm going to grab a little spatula and just poke it out. Poke it out. I think this is the first time I've ever blended cream cheese before. I usually just smear it onto a bagel or something. I am a cream cheese fan. I don't know about you guys, but the more the better, in my opinion. So when my son puts cream cheese on a bagel, or actually asks me to do it, he does it He likes it in a layer so thin it actually just sort of melts into the bagel like there's nothing there, which I don't understand. Like, how is he my kid and doesn't like cream cheese? And how am I not getting the... What is going on here? Guys, this is freaking hilarious. Cream cheese issues. All right, let me release these. It might be easier. My plan is to get all the cream cheese off of here and then grab a bigger spatula and sort of fold the Cool Whip and the cream cheese together. Because I just don't think I need electric beaters for Cool Whip. That seems like overkill. Like it's all whippy and creamy and everything already. All right, making some progress. Making progress. Just keeps getting lamer, folks. All right, let's do this. Cream cheese flies away. Listen, this is what keeps things interesting, right? If everything was completely perfect every single time with no weirdness, that might be kind of boring. So here we go. Almost complete. Yay! All right, I think we're gonna call this good for now. Good for now. And I will grab a larger spatula to combine. I know, I just said good for now, and here I am still poking at the freaking mixer. I know, people, I know. All right, seriously, good for now. Put all that goodness in there. Scrape off our little spatula. Okay, in case you haven't noticed, I am making this more complex probably than it needs to be for reasons unknown to me. Except exceptional lameness on occasion. Let your lameness shine. But that's okay. All right, creamy goodness. Done and done. Okay, and so now it says we need 12 ounces of Cool Whip, and each of these things are 8 ounces. So we'll use 1.5. And by the way, I freaking love Cool Whip. Like if it's a choice between the Bucket O' Blue and the spray Ready Whip stuff, all Cool Whip all the time. I know, it's one of those odd things, right? People love it or hate it. So, woohoo, there's 8 ounces. Ah, and the phone is ringing, but I will not answer it. I'm otherwise occupied. That's okay. All right. And the Cool Whip needs to be thawed. You don't want to take this directly out of the freezer and try and work with it. Not that it ever gets super solid, but you want it, you do want it thawed. So, all right, not using our hands today. So 1 whole Cool Whip and then a half of this one. And it says 12 ounces. I'm not actually measuring, I'm just eyeballing. Because that was 8. Okay. And this is the type of recipe, I think if you're slightly over or slightly under, I really don't think it's going to make a huge difference. All right, that's what that looks like. So I've taken half of it, which means I get to eat the other half. I don't know how. I would actually just put a spoon in this and eat it, which may actually happen. Shh, we're not telling anyone that. All right, so I'm going to cover this up for now. And going to make this clean. I will lick this though. Cool Whip. All right. We're going to take our spatula and combine the cream cheese and the Cool Whip. And okay, this is what I'm noticing immediately, is that the spatula has spaghetti arms. What movie is that from? Spaghetti arms?
Look, spaghetti arms. This is my dance space. This is your dance space.
Alright. I'm getting a more sturdy spatula. And I know you're thinking like, how many freaking spatulas do you have? I have a lot. It's one of those things. I collect kitchen tools. Why? Because they're fun. You guys ever just get joy out of owning specific things? Like for me, it's kitchen gadgets, spatulas, mixers, that kind of stuff. That is where my joy comes from. Not all of my joy, some of my joy. All right, we have a more sturdy spatula. Oh yeah, all right, much better. So the recipe calls for 7 Butterfingers total at 2.1 ounces each. So I went to the store and I bought a bunch of Butterfingers. Actually, I looked at them first. And they are only 1.9 ounces each. So I don't know if the author of the recipe found some like supersized Butterfingers, or they used to be different weight. I'm not really sure. So instead of the 6 Butterfingers required in here, I'm throwing in actually an extra one because of the difference between the 1.9 and the 2.1. Now you could probably just throw in what's required, which would be 6. And I'm sure it would be fine, but I'm throwing in 7 because how can Butterfingers be bad? And these are my 7 Butterfingers crushed. I just threw them into a Ziploc bag. I took a meat mallet and I used the smooth side. I realized not all of them would have a smooth side, but mine has this, like a flat side, because this side, can you see this? Can you see this? Would poke holes in the bag. And we don't want a holy bag of Butterfingers. We don't want that. So I used a flat side and I pounded the Butterfingers, and now I'm just gonna mix them in. And that's a lot of Butterfingers. Whoa. All right. But seriously, you guys, if this turns out good, I mean, if it's as good as the pictures made it look, how easy is this? I mean, it is easy. I know I had personal issues, but it's really easy. Don't make my personal kitchen issues your personal kitchen issues. All right. All combined. Look at that. It's like all the Butterfingers are hiding in there. All right. Apparently I'm making a mess everywhere. All right, so now we take our store-bought crust and you take out the plastic thing. I've never bought one of these before. So I was highly amused and impressed that this plastic thingy that sits in here, it flips over to become a lid. Who knew? You probably knew. I didn't know. We take our mix and throw it into our bowl. Go. You guys see this? Ah, that's better. This doesn't even really have like a big scent or smell, so it's not like I'm sitting here going, oh, this smells good. But I am sitting here going, this sounds really good because I know what's in it. All right, and we are just going to smooth this out in here. So nobody likes a pie with everything in the middle and nothing on the sides. So to recap, this recipe called for 7 Butterfingers total. 6 inside the pie and 1 that we're going to put on top of the pie. I chose to use 8 Butterfingers total because the weight difference in what the recipe called for and what a Butterfinger actually weighs in ounces or in density, whatever it is. So I have 7 Butterfingers in the pie and the last one will be on top. And I think the hardest part of this pie is going to be waiting because you have to throw it in the refrigerator for 4 hours before you dig in. So here's this. Now we're just going to crush up our very last Butterfinger to put on top, and then that'll be it as far as the cooking goes. So here we have one Butterfinger in the bag. This is going to be our topping. I'm going to take my mallet. This is actually pretty fun. I don't really get to just pound on food very often. And listen, there's no like right or wrong way to do this. There's no specific size. The chocolate tends to kind of stick to the bag when you do this, but that's okay. The rest of it is all crushed. So we're just gonna open the bag and sprinkle it on top. And honestly, you guys, if you prefer, like, you're like all about the Butterfingers and you prefer more, throw some more on top. I mean, it's your pie, it's your baking, it's your dessert. So do what you like. But here we are going to sprinkle the Butterfingers. This actually does look pretty good. Come on. I'm waiting for that one big glob to come out. Because you know that always happens. And then you try and move it around and then it just becomes a mess. So, all right, almost. And you guys, when I went to the store to buy this stuff, the Butterfingers were on sale, buy two, get one free. So I actually came home with 9 Butterfingers, light and extra. Okay. Oh yeah, all right, this is good. So, yep, like I said, the chocolate from the outside of the candy bar when you're mashing it tends to stick to the bag, and that's okay. That's no big deal. But this is what we have. You guys see that? That looks pretty good. So this is gonna go into the refrigerator for 4 freaking hours, get nice and cold, and then we'll come back, cut into it, and see if it's all that or not that at all. Back soon. Okay, here I am, way down here. So it has been about 4.5 hours since we finished mixing this baby up and getting it in the fridge. So it looks good, it smells good. It's not as poofy as I thought it would be. I don't know why I think it needs to be poofy, but it's not. But let's take a look on the inside, cut it up, and take a taste and see how it came out. Here we go. And you guys, I am not the best at cutting up pies. The slices are always uneven and it's never pretty. So we're not going for looks, we're going for taste. Now I should probably get a little pie scoopy thing, that would be helpful. All right, pie scoopy. I will use my metal one of these. I usually use my plastic one. I love these freaking things. They're awesome. So let's try that. Looks like a decent sized piece. All right. Hey, not bad for my cutting skills. I have impressed myself. All right, so this is what we're looking at. Okay, it smells a lot yummier now that it's actually cut into. And here is the back, our graham cracker crust. All right, the moment of truth. All right, dig it in. And I am a big fan of Butterfinger, so let's see. Okay. All right. This is what I think. The Butterfinger still has held some of its crunch, so it didn't get soggy sitting in the Cool Whip cream cheese mixture, which is really nice. It's not an overwhelming flavor. I did not get a piece of crust. Ah, I almost lost the pie. I did not get a piece of the crust in that bite because I left the tip of the crust in the pan because my cutting skills leave much to be desired. It's tasty. It's a little more dense than I expected it to be. For some reason, I expected the Cool Whip to kind of take over and have it just be a big, like, fluff ball of Butterfinger. But the cream cheese is definitely in there. The cream cheese gives it a denseness, which I think is good. Because otherwise, I guess it would just be, like, I could just eat Cool Whip with a side of Butterfinger. So it is tasty. It is good. It is not my favorite pie ever. It's not my favorite dessert ever. But for something to throw together quickly, to take to a, I don't know, do we do picnics these days? Potlucks? I mean, we don't actually do those things today, but in general, I don't think people picnic anyway. But it is a quick, easy pie that you don't have to use your oven for, that you can take with you. So I say it is good. It's worth a try, but it's not my favorite. So I would not be opposed to trying this, like I said earlier, though, with some Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, or even, ooh, Kit Kat. Kit Kat might be nice. So I may try these with other candies as well, just to see. But if you like Butterfinger and cream cheese and Cool Whip, it's not a bad combination. I'd give it a try. All right, everybody, that brings us to the end of this video, and I actually finished off that piece of pie that I tasted, which is not really anything new, because I always eat the whole piece, the whole slice, the whole one, because I like the stuff. But it is definitely a little bit richer than it seemed in the first bite that I had, which isn't a bad thing, but it is quite sweet. And like I said earlier, it's a great pie for summer. It's a great thing to make if you don't want to turn your oven on. It's not my favorite dessert ever. There are definitely things I've made that I enjoy more, but it's not bad. So if you're a fan of Butterfinger, or you want to try it with a different candy, I'd give it a shot, because it's so easy and fast, and there's nothing to lose, really, right? So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified when I upload, and give it a thumbs up if you so choose. And thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.